Hi everyone and welcome to our fourth Java tutorial by Morex the Coder. Just heads up, I am gonna change the tool that we're gonna be using to compile our code. Instead of using the JDoodle, I am gonna switch to my favorite text editor, Vim. If you want to try it out, you try it out at your own risk. It's not that easy, but I'll try to do a little bit of tutoring on it as I do the video. And yeah, you can also use any other IDE of your choosing, maybe IntelliJ, maybe Eclipse, or any IDE that you want, or any IDE of your preference. You can just use that. You don't have to really focus on the tool that I'm using. Cool. So let's get started, right? So what we're going to be discussing in this tutorial is that we're going to discuss some of the string methods. Then we'll discuss the switch statement. Cool. So string methods, right? Remember we discussed about the string, that a string is a sequence of characters. In other words, it's an array, which we'll be discussing in future tutorials, right? So we'll discuss just few methods. One is going to be based on manipulating and one is going to be based on searching a string. So we have the manipulation one. So this manipulation one, what we're going to do is we're going to convert our string, say, or just take for instance that you have a lowercase string. So you want to convert that to an uppercase and you want to convert that to a lowercase. So this is you manipulating the string. So the string is no longer the same way as it was in terms of the cases, right? It was in lowercase, now it's in uppercase, right? That's you manipulating the string. And then let's check out the searching of a string. So when you're searching a string, right, it's like you actually looking for something, but you're not touching or affecting the string. The string remains the same. So what we're gonna do there is we're gonna check if so we're gonna search if the string that we have is empty or it is not, and then we're gonna check the length of the string, right? That's what we're gonna check. So let's head over to the coding side and explore this before we move on to the switch statement. So what I want to do is I want to set up my coding environment, mkdir java tutorial. So this is just me creating a folder, right? Cool. Oh, mess it up there. So it's mkdir, not mdkr. mkdir. Cool, there we go. Cool. Then we have a folder, and then we're just gonna move to Java. There we go. Cool. So we have no files at the moment, right? So we're gonna create a Java file. So this is Vim. So we're gonna call this file morex.java. Here's one thing that I want to emphasize though. So remember in the previous video we were just getting everything sorted for us and all that, right? So in this tutorial what's happening is that this has to be your name of your class, right? So if I say Morex, right, when I define or declare class, it has to be of that name. If it's not that name, then your program will have errors. You will have syntax errors because your class is not the same as the file name. Cool. We open Vim. So this is how Vims look like when you get inside. Then if you want to add items or you want to start coding, you press I, and then you will see that there are words inserted there at the bottom left corner, right? Cool. So let's just create a simple class. So this is class Rex. Rex. And you know we always have a main method, right? Public static void main, right? String args. Cool. So we discussed about converting to uppercase. Ooh, not C's. Cool. And then we have to lower case, right? And then we have the searching one is string empty is what is the length of the string? What is the length of the string? Cool. So let's start it, right? So say I have a string. Okay, let's just call this string one, right? Alright, now let's just call this string. It's fine. I am new to coding, right? That's what I do, right? That's what I have, right? So let's print this and convert it into lowercase, no, into uppercase, right? And then we're going to do the lowercase. System dot out dot print line, right? And then we just declare the string and not give it a name, so that's going to be a, yeah, just to keep it simple for ourselves. So that's a dot to upper case. That's how you use the uppercase function to actually convert your string from lowercase to uppercase. And if we go to run this, right, ls is gonna have our directories, and then we have this ls, we have that. So reason being is that this file is not yet written in memory, it's only in random access memory. So to write our program on our secondary memory, we're going to press escape, which changes the mode to no edit. It's not an edit mode, and then it's shift colon then W for writing. Once you write, you will see that now your file exists in memory, secondary memory, which is 255 bytes. That's the memory that is taken from the computer. And now if I type ls, I will see that now my file exists in memory. Cool. To execute this, I'm going to use javec, that's the Java compiler, and then is the Java file that we want to execute, and then we do that, right? Once you do that, no complaints from the Java, from the compiler, and then we just type Java, then Murex, right? So this Murex is not this. Actually, let me explain by using this. If I say ls, now you will see that there's a dot class that is created. So my Java program has been converted to machine language. What is left is for me to execute the instruction, or the machine language, or the machine instruction. Let me just put it that way. So it's Java and then Murex, executing that, right? And then you will see that this thing is now converted to uppercase letters, right? Because we were converting small case characters to uppercase, right? Now what do we do when we have a lowercase? How do we convert to uppercase, no, to lowercase, if we have to uppercase being this? I will leave that to you guys to do, i.e. just a hint. So this is to lower case, right? That's the function that you use. We're gonna head over to this one, and we're just gonna print system dot out dot print line, right? And then let's just say I have a bunch of text, and then I say dot is empty. Edit that. Cool, there we go. And then we save, right? So if we add more code, our file increase in size. So now it's 307 bytes, right? So now if I run this, right, so this is gonna be this. So if I say Java, all right, this still runs the previous code, and this was supposed to have an end there, but we forgot to put that. But yeah, as long as you're able to follow through, it should be fine. So now we're gonna compile again, javec, right, and we're gonna run after this. This is what that button was doing, compiling and executing. Now if you run this, you will see that this is false. Why? Because our string is not empty. It finds characters. So if I do this and then I write, so I remove code, so now it's no longer too much but less, right? And then I execute this, and then my string now is true because my string is empty, right? Cool. So the other part that we want to discuss is the length. So you've seen how we've been using the is empty to upper, right? So we'll leave the length one to you guys to challenge yourself. If you encounter any problems, just let me know. To do, so this is gonna be length. That's the function. You use the same methods as the previous one in terms of dot and then that, right? Cool. Let's head over to our discussion of a new concept. This is a switch. This is a switch statement, not a case statement. I don't even know why I had case statement, but if you recall, that is coming from the fact that in a switch statement, not a case, in a switch statement, you get to have cases, right? So here's the syntax for case, right? You have a case and then you have a condition. Now that condition can be of any data type, but if you have that condition for true or false, you only have two values, so you might not wanna use that for true because you only have two conditions. If either this is this, then it's this. So, and if it's actually appropriate for the situation, right, or it's always appropriate for that application. So what you want is you have your case, right, and then you have a condition. So if it's a string, then you're gonna have the first case that is gonna be the string value, right? And then if it's an integer, you're gonna provide the integer, so you're not gonna be using any double quotes. And then you have a statement. After that, you've learned about something called break, right? So it's gonna break the whole thing. In other words, it's not gonna go to other cases to check if they're true or not, which makes it easy for us, right? And then this can go on, get another case, and then you have the value and then you break until you get the default part where you just have a statement. You don't need to break because that's only ran once, because it's going to run after it ran all the other cases. So let's just demonstrate this in code, then we call it a day. Cool. So let's edit there. Cool. So we have case, we have switch statement, not case statement. I don't know why I'm wrong in always focusing on case statement. Switch statement, right? Cool. So what we have is switch, that's the keyword, and then open parenthesis and close parenthesis, and then you're going to have a condition. This condition is going to be of different data types. Let's just say that we just want to write a program that counts Monday to Friday, right? But I'm not going to do all days. And then I have an integer there. Let's just say I have a day, and then I have an integer there for day, and then I just give it 1. Maybe for now we'll just give it 1, and then we have that, right? After that, open close parenthesis, then there we go. Then we have case, and then for Monday this is case 1, and then this is this, right? And then what I want to do, just print system dot out dot print line, and then that's Monday. That's Monday. After that, you break. Case 2, system dot out dot print line. Tuesday. Cool, that's that. So let's execute our code and see what we've came up with. There we go. So it's Monday because it's 1, right? It's Monday because it's 1 that we're passing. That day it's 1. Where did it run away from my thing? Okay, there we go. It's 1, right? So if I was to change that to 2, and then I run my program, and then it should be Tuesday. Give it a second. There we go. Should be Tuesday, right? So that's how you use a switch statement, and the default is if all the conditions are not met. I do hope this video was helpful, and I know it wasn't too much compared to the other ones, but I just had to take it a bit slow, especially now that I'm starting Vim, so that if there's someone else who want to learn Vim, they can just do so without worrying about anything. So without even worrying about us moving way too far, right? That's it from me, guys, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, do leave a like and do subscribe if you're new to the channel and you liked the video. Until we meet next week.